Tonight, it's not just a game. It's Istanbul versus destiny. Istanbul has a way of writing its own story. Since 2003, Galatasaray have never lost at home to Liverpool, and in European games against English teams, they've fallen just once in 9 tries. The stadium isn't just bricks and seats, it's a living, breathing force, and every team that steps onto that pitch feels it. Galatasaray have shown they can be solid, smart, and disciplined. On September 30th, 2025, they held Liverpool to a 1-0 win, and even in their last match, with a man down, they protected a slim lead. That mix of grit and organisation makes them a tough side to break.
We want to make a statement in the Champions League. We want to do something extraordinary, to pass a message on to there that there's a team in Turkey that can really put up a fight against the big dogs in the Champions League. And the only team is Galatasaray. So we try to take each game as the
Liverpool, though, carry revenge in their hearts. After the sting of Istanbul and a recent loss to Wolverhampton Wanderers, they bounce back immediately in the next game. That hunger, that refusal to stay down, will drive them here as well. One more trend adds spice. In their last 29 Champions League games, Liverpool haven't drawn once. It's always a win or a loss. Galatasaray will feed off the crowd, pushing early and using Victor Osimhen's pace and power to strike in transition. If Liverpool can soak up the early pressure from Galatasaray and the fans, they'll grow into the game and impose their rhythm. But if Galatasaray score early with the stadium roaring behind them, it could become a very long night for the Reds. Liverpool, under Arne Slot, will try to calm the storm and control the tempo, patiently building their attacks. With Galatasaray's resilience, Liverpool's fire, and the roar of Istanbul behind them, this isn't just a match, it's a battle. Chaos meets control, history meets revenge, and someone will leave Istanbul a winner. Night falls and the lights come on at St. James Park. The atmosphere will be loud, tense, and full of energy. It's Newcastle United vs FC Barcelona, two teams with completely different styles. Barcelona will want the ball as usual. Slow the game down, move it around, wait for the right moment to open Newcastle up. When they get comfortable in possession, they can make teams chase shadows. But Newcastle don't really allow teams to relax like that. Their midfield brings serious energy, with Jacob Ramsey, Joe Linton, and Sandro Tonali constantly pressing, tackling, and running. Under Eddie Howe, they turn games into battles. Pedri, the one who makes everything tick in midfield. If Barca are controlling the game, he's probably the reason. And Lamine Yamal, unpredictable, fearless, and the type of player who can change a game in one moment. The last time Barcelona came to St. James Park, they won 2-1, and that was without Yamal. Now he's part of the story. But one thing feels very likely tonight. Newcastle will score. With that crowd behind them and the way they attack at home, they usually find a moment. So the real question isn't if Newcastle score. It's whether Barcelona can handle the chaos that comes after it.
It was rooted to the spot. It's an unbelievable goal.
For Spurs, it's been a nightmare run. They've lost 5 games in a row, their worst stretch in the Premier League since November 2004. Things haven't improved under Igor Tudor either. He's lost all 3 matches since taking over, and 9 goals have already leaked under his watch. His Champions League record doesn't inspire confidence either. Just 2 wins in 9 matches as a manager. Tonight, it's not just a game, it's a test of form, nerve, and composure. With Spurs struggling and Atletico hungry, expect tension, sparks, and moments that could define the season for both sides. Atletico looking to control the game, punish every mistake, and keep their home fortress intact. Tottenham trying desperately to stop the bleeding and find some confidence. Atletico, as always under Diego Simeone, are a nightmare to face at home. Disciplined, intense, and ruthless on the counter, they thrive on punishing mistakes. And then there's Ademola Lookman, lightning fast, fearless, and unpredictable. He's the kind of player who can turn one sloppy pass from Spurs into a chance or a goal in seconds. Still, Tottenham have a small silver lining. Historically, they've held their own against Spanish sides, losing only once in their last 5 Champions League encounters with La Liga teams. That's the tiny thread of hope they'll cling to tonight.